Did it work?
Yeah.
I wanted to show you where we were going, and it's going to take a little longer. I have this gift. Any time of the day, you name it, any city, any state, I can find traffic. But that's okay. What good things are you doing today? I am making another delivery. Made one yesterday, and that went really well. I'll show you what I dropped off. I can drop off most any time if it's going to a bike shop or something like that, and that makes it easy because in the morning, as I was loading and as I wanted to get an early start, I realized that there was a big chip in some of the woodwork on the front of the bikes. So I had to remake the whole front before hitting the road. And then of course, what happens next? Well, you hit daytime road construction. So you're standing in line, and even when I'm super late, I don't speed. It's not gonna make a difference. So this one is going just a couple of states over, and it's morning. I got up at 4:30. Back of the truck was a complete mess because I load bicycles, but then there's all this space. So I loaded a whole bunch of paint for a house. It looks a little bit like a gypsy going down the road, but gypsies are nice. Okay, let me show you where we're going. So I'm a couple states from home, in our home away from home, and I dropped off a bike, and it turns out it's that person's birthday. So I'm standing like a football field away from where I was with the bike. I walk over to get a little bit of lunch, and the next person I met, it's her birthday too. Isn't that neat? What are the odds of something like that happening? That means it's going to be a wonderful weekend. By the way, it's day 120 of, what am I saying? It's day 295. Still got another 100 push-ups today. Off we go. Time to head over to another house, offload all the paints. I always use a cart. When you're painting a house, you should have a cart. You should never have the paints all over the ground and everywhere. Not just because people will step on them, but painting is already hard enough. Why not have it organized onto a cart? And remember, never keep banana peels on the floor. So the stove was a little bit dirty. It worked, but I can get better, so that's going to scrap. And the dryer also worked, but the door switch was getting a little iffy. I don't want to sell something that is going to break on someone pretty quick, so off they go. I'll get better stuff. And I think I'm gonna get home pretty early today. I've got about 200 miles left, and I've got 100 push-ups left. So I'll stop for gas, do some push-ups. So day 295 is going very, very well. Want to take a look at a little bit of progress? So this is a house that I'll add some pictures in a minute of what it used to look like. And because I lost 2 months this summer, I have no idea where I put them. I had to ask for help. So this is a service that'll come in. They'll empty the house after the tenants. They'll give it a bath. And then they'll do nail holes and things like that. Well, these folks, they went a little farther and they started painting, which is very nice of them. Now, we were selling house parts, extra building materials, to raise money to start doing the work here. Here and everywhere else too, I should add. In case this is, if you're following along, and it might be a little confusing because there's more than one house. And I'll show you what this house used to look like a little bit too. So they began putting a coat, like a primer, over everything. This helps them spot some of the nail holes. These walls don't need to be perfect, by the way. We're not shooting for perfection here. I want the house to be maybe 90%. I do not want it any better than 90%. Ooh, in a minute you'll see the before. That's before, and then with the primer going on. So what I was saying was, the house parts started to sell, and I'll look up the numbers and I'll share them with you. But I took a portion of that money and got this service going. And I had to because I was unable to come down and do this work. Now they say, stop doing the work yourself and hire it all out, and you'll be Mr. Rich and Wealthy. But that's not really what I enjoy. I have allergies to money. It seems to not go well with me. You know, you get bumps on the skin and everything. No, actually, I like doing the work myself too. So, what I mean is I like hands-on work too. I don't want to just sit at the desk. Nor do I want to ride around looking for more deals. I've got all the deals that I need. So, again, a few shots of what the house used to look like, and then how it's progressing now. I'm going to bring in some paints, and above all, a cart. I cannot stand things like buckets of paint on the ground or caulk guns and trays. This is very common when painting. I believe all that should be up on a cart. Ooh, it gives me the creeps just standing next to a bucket of paint. Imagine how many times people walk and bump into it, or in this case, you can even see it. You can see footprints. We're painting floors just as much as we are painting walls. But how can you make heads or tails of what's what in these buckets? I think a cart is needed. Earlier in the video I told you the story of one person that had a birthday, and then how I went around the corner, and the very next people I meet, another person had the birthday on the same day. Well, when I got back, I met 3 more individuals that had a birthday. You're looking at them now. So happy birthday to everyone. And as a summary, so the house parts, that took in $1,427.50. And that service paid out $535. So it's going pretty well. This house has to come together with cash. I'm not going to borrow any money for it. And that basically leaves me holding $892.50 still. And I'm sure I can get the rest of the paint on the walls for that. Get all the little details done. Get everything cleaned up. And we'll get a house rented out. And of course, those monies will start going towards the next project. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I appreciate the company. I better go before the mother shows up.